State that this is not an Ashcroft box. It's got like Ashcroft style stickers on the side, but this isn't an Ashcroft box. I just put this through the parts washer and you can see all they've done is painted over the dirt. That's all they've done. Yeah, look at this underneath here. See, it's just been painted over the dirt. So that's going to make my job a little bit more interesting. We'll whack it in the blaster and see what we can come up with. Well, I got the casing cleaned up and it's led me to believe that this definitely wasn't an Ashcroft box. You can see how clean it is after it's been in my blaster. It was all paint over crap before. This is a bit of a mystery box. I thought it was an Ashcroft box going off what it says on these sort of stickers and warning labels, but again anybody could have put those on. But going off the number on the side, it's a 60A suffix L. This is odd. 60A should be a Defender V8 and suffix L came out in 1999. So what is it? Well, is it a suffix L? Well, we can sort of tell very easily by looking at this front cover. I mentioned it earlier. This is the earlier cover, and if we look at them end on, like this, you can see that this one is thinner than that one. Can you get that? Yeah, you can probably see that. So, we know it's a suffix L, and another thing we know is we're measuring our shafts. You know, we're all born with tape measures in our hands. 29 centimetres long, which is exactly the same as an original 300 TDI. How do I know? Because I've just been measuring. Now, I think somebody's changed the shaft in this. I believe this might be an older, well, maybe a TD5 box, and somebody's changed it over to a 300 TDI. The bushing here, where it goes into the bushing, it hasn't even been used. There's no wear on it at all. It's just like factory, and you can see there's no sort of dirt or staining on this shaft. So I think somebody's taken this box and taken it apart and made a hybrid box. I'm not sure, but it's definitely not an Ashcroft box. You know, and the number on the insides here. This number here has been stamped just in smaller numbers. It should be bigger numbers, and you can see where that's been ground off. And like maybe I mentioned it, I've done so many takes on this, but it's 60A, and 60A should be a Defender V8, and suffix L came out in 1999. So, and this is why I'm saying this sealer looks like awful, because you know, like, it doesn't take 2 minutes to take that sealer off. So I think somebody's made this up. So I'm tempted to now have a look at all the rest of it, because these bearings here, these rollers here, that's the main shaft roller, that's a RHP, and this one too is an RHP bearing. This is an RHP one as well. This is the original. Now when I looked at the shaft, the bearing here, you could see just a little area where it's picking up here, just here. You've got to inspect everything. I'm going to see if you can see just here as I turn this bearing. Just here, it's picking up on the race. It's a good job of changing, mate. That's knackered. That bearing there is finished, and this bearing here, this has been running for a while, and it's all grey. So that's done some miles, but this one's all picked up, just starting to go. Just caught it in time. And that really justifies us doing the bigger bearings. We might as well do the whole lot at the same time. I'm very much tempted now to pull this all apart properly and have a look at it again. But I'm very tempted when I do this to grind off this number again and say yes, it is a suffix L, and we'll put a 300 TDI number on there so we know it's right. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it at all. It's just a bit confusing. And there's another thing. Look, I've just noticed this here. God help us, I'm like a detective, like Elvis Costello. You know when I mentioned before about these, I knew I'd get it wrong. These notches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's supposed to point towards the 5th gear here. Well, it's not, it's pointing towards reverse. That's how easy it is to get confused with these things. I knew I was right. So either somebody's put it in wrong or the factory's always putting them in wrong. Anyway, that's typical example of how they go, it gets confusing with these things. It has got the later ring on here for the oil passage, because the early ones just used to have a pin going through there and a different attachment. This was all made out of one piece, this is made out of 3 pieces. I'm just making stuff up as I go along. They haven't done a very, they've done a good job. I wasn't going to say they've done a bad job. They've done a good job on it. But what is it? I don't know. We'll open it up and we'll find out the secret of the Black Rover